Hello, my beautiful friend. This is Helena Das here on October 31st, 2018. So I want to wish you, first of all, a happy Halloween. And in the spirit of Samhain, which sometimes I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but Samhain, originally the Celtic holiday or New Year, is a time where the veils between the worlds grow the thinnest. And the gift in this is that our ability to connect with our deceased loved ones that have crossed over becomes much, much easier if that is something you desire. And myself, over the past few days, have been noticing a lot of signs and synchronicities, messages and dreams. And also, I'll admit, I've been feeling a bit melancholy and sad, missing the loved ones that have passed over, which as I grow older, the list seems to be sadly getting longer. However, the reminder in our eternal spirit and love and connection, regardless of whether we are in physical form, is present, and of course the gift in honoring and remembering and sharing the wisdom from our experiences and lessons from those we have lost from this earth plane can help us to comfort the grief, the loss, and the deep sorrow of not being able to physically touch and hug and hold them near. So I was inspired because of all of this to actually share and create a special process and transmission for assisting you in connecting with your loved ones who have passed over, and hopefully with the intention of receiving messages for comfort, for connection, and again to ease any loss or grief or sadness you may be feeling at this time, or at any time for that matter. So I'm going to invite you, before you do this process, to really set up some sacred space. Make sure you are not only comfortable, maybe lighting a candle or some incense and smudging, but also make sure you won't be disturbed. Turn off your cell phone and, do whatever you need to make sure that you are uninterrupted and not distracted during this sacred time, so that you can be fully present to what wants to come through for you today, and again anytime you choose to tune into this process, which you can use anytime. You don't have to wait for Halloween to do it. So let's go ahead. Once you get settled, if you need to pause this audio, go ahead, and when you're ready, come on back, and I'm going to invite you to just get settled into a comfortable seat, allowing your feet to touch the floor, or if you're doing this outside, maybe connecting with the earth, sitting up nice and tall and feeling supported by the surface that you are sitting on. Maybe bringing your awareness in this moment to your sit bones, and allow yourself to just feel really anchored in your body and in this present place and space. And if you like, go ahead and place a hand or two over your heart. I recently have been really liking to place my fingertips of both hands gently over my heart space, allowing them to viscerally feel, palpate, and connect with my heartbeat. So I invite you to do that if it feels right to you. And whatever way feels right, go ahead and feel into, maybe hear, sense, imagine an intention, most important of all, to connect with the beautiful and precious beats of your heart, which are intimately connected with the pulse of the universe. And as you tune into this place and space, I invite you to begin breathing into your heart space, receiving the possibility, the openness to connecting with your loved ones in the way of the highest good during this process. And on your out breath, let us release all expectations, release any fears, doubts, or anxiety you have about doing this process and doing it right or wrong. Know and trust that everything is just perfect and that you and your loved ones are protected 100% divinely and completely throughout this process. Feel free to relax your hands anytime and try to keep your hands and feet and legs and arms uncrossed, allowing your entire being to be open to receive. Remembering that each one of us receives and perceives information, energy, messages in our own unique way. Whether you're visual and you see images, whether you hear voices, or maybe even songs or music, whether you smell certain fragrances, and finally, I want to invite you to pay extra attention to the connection of your physical sensations, your body's messages and wisdoms that comes through in many different ways. You may feel tingling or heat or cold or even constriction or expansion in certain areas of your body. And I invite you, don't necessarily feel like you have to sit still like a statue. Let's just take a moment. I'm getting that it would be really good for us to just maybe stretch a little and just shake off any unwanted or unnecessary energies. And as you continue to breathe in and out of your heart space, just continue receiving and bringing in love, light, possibility, and potential as you release on the out breath anything that's not serving and anything that might be keeping you from receiving the messages, the wisdom, the energies and the information that is meant to come through just for you in the most divine and perfect and magical way. And as you just continue observing and noticing, I want to invite you to kind of connect with an intention. Maybe it be a specific loved one that you want to connect with. It can be more than one if you like, whatever feels right. And perhaps you want to share a message with them, or you want to receive one from them. Maybe you want to open up a conversation. Whatever it is, just feel into a specific intention for this process. And as you do so, I am going to just call in my spiritual support team, personal guides, teachers, and angels, and ask them all to be with us now. Ask that each and every single one of you who tunes into this is surrounded and grounded, directed and protected, guided and supported every step of the way throughout this process today and beyond. And if you hear some noises, I'm actually doing this transmission outside, and Indigo just came to join us, in case you're wondering and are hearing some sounds in the background. And of course, all of your guides and angels are welcome as well. You may call them in to this space. And I'm going to ask that I be a pure, open channel, guide and facilitator for this transmission, and that each of you, again tuning in, receives exactly what it is that you desire and require at this time to deeply assist you in connecting with your loved one or ones that have crossed over, and allow for healing, forgiveness, compassion, and unconditional love for all. So with that, I want to invite you, as you breathe in now, to guide your breath into your heart space and down to the root of your being, and on the exhale, sending the energies down your legs and into the earth. Continue with a few more breaths like this, inhaling into your heart space and exhaling down further into the earth through your earth star chakra and spiraling down till your energetic roots plug into the heart of Gaia, wrapping around her crystalline core, anchoring you safely on the crystalline grid and your sacred place and space on this planet. as her energies come flowing back up to you through the soles of your feet and your legs, into the root of your being and up your core channel, through each energy center, from the root, your sacral, your solar, your heart, your throat, your inner eye and ear and smell, up through your crown and traveling all the way up through your soul star, up into the heart of the cosmos, anchoring you above and below, feeling the divine source, pure diamond light frequency infused with its golden rays from the great central sun begin to come flowing and pouring down through your crown and merging with your entire being from head to toe, filling you up all around you, wrapping you with this beautiful energetic blanket of protection and unconditional love, expanding out to at least a couple feet all around you, creating a cosmic golden egg or cocoon of light. From this place that is 100% divinely and completely healed and sealed by my team, we are doing it now. I invite you again to reconnect with your heart space, perhaps placing your hands back on your heart if it feels right. From this place, I invite you to put a smile on your face and bring to mind a memory of the loved one you are desiring to connect with today. A memory that makes you smile and brings you joy, even if it's mixed with a little bit of sadness. Let that memory and the feelings of that experience come into your awareness. And as you bring your intention to mind, I want you to place both of your hands outstretched, palms facing outward, and see a mirror image of your golden cocoon of light out in front of you. Flow this image, this memory of this person, your loved one, or again, it may be more than one, into this energetic container. And with your breath for a few cycles, I want you to begin breathing in receiving through your left palm the energies from this space into your left hand, up your left arm into your heart space, and then exhaling down your right arm through your right palm back in to this energetic container. As you do so, notice both yours and theirs begins to fill with a beautiful rose quartz pink ray of light. Just flooding everything with unconditional love, radical forgiveness, and ferocious compassion. Inhaling through the left palm to the heart, exhaling through the right arm and palm to your mirror, golden cocoon, holding the light, the energy, the frequencies of the higher self of this being. Let's do this for a couple more rounds, inhaling and exhaling. And allow the energy to continue, now that it's activated, flowing between both energy containers. You can relax your hands if you like. And I want you to envision looking into their eyes as if they are truly in front of you now. Look into the eyes of your beloved loved one as you allow the golden and rose pink rays of light to merge and flow between you with each breath. See, if you like, in your mind's eye, both of you touching palms together as you gaze into each other's eyes. Allow the love to flow from their heart down their right arm and hand into your left palm and arm, and allow your love to flow back through your right arm into their left and into their hearts. Continue this breath for a few more moments as you gaze deeply into their eyes, the windows of the soul, and they simultaneously gaze into yours. When it feels right, you may relax your hands, and as you continue holding the gaze as best you can, I invite you now to share whatever message it is that you would like to communicate, or maybe you have a question for them. Go ahead and open the conversation. Maybe you just want to tell them how much you miss and love them. And if you feel comfortable, you can say this out loud, or if not, just doing it in your mind is fine. And as you do this, I want to invite you to be present and open and sit in the silence for a few moments together. We're all here doing this together. And just be open to witness and receive whatever information, messages, images, feelings, sensations, again, however it comes to you, without expectation. Just let yourself be right now. Let yourself sit with the silence and just be present. And open to receive. And I also invite you from this place to trust whatever has come up for you. And if nothing has come up, know that that's perfectly fine as well. Know that you can not only come back here anytime, but over the next few days, just be open to any signs, synchronicities, messages. Pay attention to your dreams, because they are desiring to connect with you just as much as you are. And if you're not receiving anything in this moment, know that it will happen in divine time. And if you are receiving and communicating and sharing, as you're finishing up the conversation, and even if you didn't have a conversation, I want to invite you to envision now embracing and hugging them goodbye for now, thanking them for showing up today, and finishing up with any final thoughts or messages. And as you feel complete, and you can always stop this audio if you want to spend more time here, but as you finish up, I invite you to see their golden cocoon, energetic container slowly fading off into the distance. And as you do so, come back and begin perhaps rubbing your legs, stretching, wiggling your toes and your fingers. And coming back to the room, taking your time, remembering to drink lots of water, maybe even grab a journal and write down anything that stood out for you, or maybe even something that didn't make sense that you may want to revisit later. It's helpful to kind of jot these things down. And I invite you to also take some time, lighting a candle for them, either right after this, or within the next 24 hours, to just continue igniting that eternal flame of love between you, just as a reminder and a symbolic gesture. And with that, I hope that you found this helpful, and I would love to hear if you felt like sharing your experience with me. Feel free to get in touch. And until next time, I am sending you the most beautiful spirit of Samhain blessings and my unbridled love. Namaste.